Do me a favor, look in my purse and get my cell phone. Look in my purse and get my cell phone. Hello, good evening. Hello, welcome back to the Self-Love and Sensuality series. Today is day 2, and I'm excited about this one because as women, we really overlook the ability or the habit of putting ourselves first. So that's what we're discussing tonight, the habits of putting ourselves first. I am your teacher tonight for this class or this seminar series, Nikisha Michelle, dating coach, matchmaker. Thank you. Dating coach, matchmaker, professional speaker, and owner of Ultimate Match Dating Agency. Hello, Maury. Hi. Happy Valentine's Day. That's right. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope it was pleasant and you gave yourself a lot of love as well as some significant other. Please let me know who's here because I see you guys watching, chiming in. Let me know who's here and where you're watching from. And I am going to plug my other phone up for my main Facebook page. Let's see. The description is going to be the habit of putting yourself first. Give me 1 second and we are going to begin because I want to be timely and let you get back to your Valentine. See, the habit of putting yourself first. Okay. Yes. Oh, it's so much brighter on my phone. Wow. Hello, good evening. Let me know where you are watching from. Where's everybody watching from? Hello, let me know who's there. I see you guys chiming in. I am so excited. Wow. Thank you so much for chiming in. I am so excited. So excited. Hello. So, like I said, tonight is day 2. Hello, I have all the men coming on for the women's series on self-love and sensuality, but that's okay, because you can go back and tell your boo what I said. I'm Nikisha Michelle, the dating coach. Hey, Janae. Hey. So I'm Nikisha Michelle, the dating coach, matchmaker, global relationship expert, and owner of Ultimate Match Dating Agency. We are Atlanta-based, but we are a global agency, which means we take clients from everywhere. As long as we feel like we can help you and support you, we will take you on. And our specialty is working with finding dates, finding love, true love, and helping them manifest true love for the curvy and plus size woman. So tonight is day 2 of our series, Self-Love and Sensuality. This month, for the month of love, is self-love and sensuality. So today we're talking about the habits of putting yourself first, okay? So why is it important for us to have a habit, especially as women, of putting ourselves first? Thank you for all the love in the hearts. Before I get started, let me just say I am giving away complimentary 30-minute consultations for relationship coaching, and life coaching. So if you have some life issues you're trying to break through, you have some dating issues, you need some suggestions, or you need a plan for, you have a relationship issues and you need to reset your relationship, please click the link that will be provided. It's www.nikisha-michelle.com and book your 30-minute consultation appointment. And it is complimentary for the month of February. Usually I have a charge for that, but this month I am soaking up the charge just so that I can help you, okay? So let's get back to it so we can just jump right into the juice. The habit of putting yourself first. So for women, for centuries, I mean eons, it has been embedded in us, in our DNA, some unwritten rule that as women, our sole job is to be givers and nurturers of others, whether it's our children, our spouses, our bosses, whatever. It has been embedded in us that we are to take care of others. The women are the nurturers, and that's what we're supposed to do, take care of others. And it's okay. Say it with me. It's okay that we are nurturers by nature, and that we have the gift of taking care of others. Hey, Suzanne, she said, I'm here finally. Well, welcome. It's okay that we are take care of others. But the question remains, and why tonight's topic is so important, is while you are taking care of others, while you are being the hero or the shero for others, who's being that for you? Who's making sure you are okay? And Susie Orman, the great financial guru, wealth building generator guru, Susie Orman says, it's not selfish to give to yourself as much as you give of yourself. Let me say that again. Susie Orman says, it is not selfish to give to yourself as much as you give of yourself. And so I'm here to tell you, it's time for us to really, really take a look at how we're living our life. How we live in our life, and are we being sustained? Are we being fulfilled? Are we happy? Or are we just going with the program? Is it the status quo? Are you doing what's expected of you at your own detriment? Are you being forced into things because you fear what other people feel, think, and you don't want to let anybody down? Or you have a certain persona that you want to carry so that you feel accepted or respected, okay? So I'm here to tell you, it's a paradigm shift now happening. Not only are we becoming lady bosses and running companies and running our own thing and being boss chicks and all of that stuff, but in order to be that and still be the nurturer to other people and to support other people, even to run your business and to be that boss chick or to be in the leader of your corporation, there is something that you need to understand that you need to have. And that's the energy to do it. That's the energy to do it. That's the health to do it. That's to be able to have and foster healthy relationships, and your emotional self, your emotional well-being. And not only that, your divine purpose, your divinity. So all of those things are important. And it's the reason why you have to learn to start making your self-care a priority. Your love for yourself a priority. Make it in a habit. Because why? Because your health will fail you physically. if you don't. And we all know people who have taken care of others. I have a cousin, she was just ripping and running. She was telling me her story. She was ripping and running and doing for everybody and being in all kinds of schools, trying to get accolades and doing all of this stuff. And she suffered a stroke at a young age. She was only like 50 something. And she had a stroke because she was doing. So that's when she learned that she had to wipe her slate clean and pay attention to what she's putting on her plate. So your physical health. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Karen. Welcome. So your physical health is important. If you are all broke down and you can't move and you got arthritis and you got heart problems and you need pacemakers and you got aneurysms and you got all this stuff going on, how much good are you going to be to anybody? How beautiful are you going to feel with all these ailments going on? So that's number one. Your health is important. Number two, your relationships. I said this yesterday in yesterday's seminar, and I'm going to say this again. You cannot expect from a relationship, and I'm talking about from your children. You want to know why your children don't respect you, or you want to know why they're hard-headed, or you want to know why your husband or your spouse or your dates don't commit to you, why they don't show you extra tender loving care and love and treat you like you're the prima donna. Because they are only there to mirror how you treat yourself. So if you are not treating yourself, if they don't see you treating yourself like you matter, like you are a priority, they sure are not going to treat you like a priority. And honey, I know that from firsthand. Whenever I start neglecting myself, guess what the first thing that shows me? My daughter starts acting crazy and my husband starts getting distant. And then instead of having arguments and begging them and putting them on punishment, the first thing I have to do is a checkup. I have to say, wait a minute. What have I been doing? What am I showing them that's allowing them to mirror to me disrespect? And so if you are not putting yourself as a priority, your relationships will stall out, will become stagnant, non-existent. They'll become hard and bumpy and rough. And you ain't going to be able to get nobody to stay with you or to give you the love and nurturing that you desire. So we said the reason why we need to have the habit of putting ourselves first is because our physical health, and it affects our relationships. The third thing is your emotional well-being. You have to understand that if you don't feel good, it is hard to move in this world and be who you're supposed to be if you're not feeling good. I can vouch for that. How many of you have always tried to push through, have suffered with depression for so long, have been sad and angry for so long, and you just try to push through, you're taking the pills, you're doing all of that stuff? That is a sign that you are not putting you as a priority. That's a sign that you are out of alignment, because when you are out of alignment, you are quote unquote broken. Broken means you are not whole and there is something missing, something broken. You have no peace. When something is missing or broken, you are absent of peace. You are absent of shalom, okay? So making yourself a priority first, making your self-care a priority first is detrimental to your physical health, your relationships, and your peace. And the fourth reason why you have to start making yourself a priority or have the habit of putting yourself first is because your divinity, your spirituality. See, women run off intuition. When you don't trust your intuition, you override it. How many times put a broken heart or some type of emoji, raise your hand and tell me every time you override your intuition, something terrible happens. It backfires on you. Women who override their intuition, it's a sign that they don't trust their inner guide, their divinity. They don't trust themselves, okay? When you can't trust yourself, you cannot make appropriate decisions for your life. Therefore, if you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your intuition, you're trusting fear. You're going after emotions, you're going after lack, you're going after need, you're going after fear. You're not using your innate wisdom. And in order to begin to trust your innate wisdom, which is your intuition, you have to be able to put yourself as a priority and spend time with yourself so that you know that that inner voice is there to protect you and guide you and not to hurt you or hold you back from something that you really necessarily don't need in your life at that time or ever. So it is important. I see Tanisha has her hand raised. Tanisha's waving. Hey, let's see who else is waving. Let me know that every time. Janae said exactly. That's exactly what happened to me. That's right. Every time you overstep your intuition, something happens. And that's because you're not trusting yourself. And when you don't trust yourself, it's because you're not spending enough time with yourself, making you a priority to even know your own voice. You're busy paying attention to all the voices outside of you, around you, that you don't even know your own voice. And so that part, as I'm saying, number 4, your divine purpose, it puts you further and further back from your divine purpose. And again, we're here to do 2 things on earth. Let me break it down what life is about for you really, really quick. It is about showing as much love as you can, and it is about living your divine purpose. That's all life is. Purpose and love. Your life is about gleaning love and learning to love more and more and being forgiving. Your life is about your divine purpose, living your purpose and growing in your purpose, and your purpose affects other people's life, and you're to change the world. You're part of the world, okay? So that's what life is about. That's it. Love and purpose. That's it. And if you're not doing either, then guess what? Your soul is dead. And if you're dead, you are prone. You are in dis-ease or diseased. You are prone to all kind of calamity, misfortune, low vibrational living, which means you're always stuck in poverty, sadness, depression, starting over. The ground falls out underneath you. You never feel loved. You never feel fulfilled. You never feel like you're fit. These are all signs that you have not been making a habit of putting yourself first. And let me go what Jesus said. Let's talk about Jesus for a second. Jesus said in Matthew 22:37, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and with all your heart and with all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. So love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. Your heart, your soul, your mind. And then love your neighbor as you love yourself. For this is the first and greatest commandment. So he gave us the first and the greatest commandment, that you first have to love your divinity, your divine self, which is a part of you. Then you have to love you. That's the order. You have to love your divine self. Then you have to love you. Then after you've done those 2, he's trained you because you know how you treat yourself and you know how you are treating or in communion with your divinity. Now you are equipped equipped or have the tools to deal with everybody outside of you, your children, your friends, your boss, your employees, your spouse, your dates. You've been equipped. But the reason we fail at those things, because we ain't putting ourselves first. We are not following the divine order. We're out of order. So when we're out of order, everything around us is out of order. Talk back to me. Raise your hand if you said, oh my God, no wonder things have been out of order because I'm out of order. Raise your hand if you know you've been out of order. Raise your hand. Just put your little hand up and say, oh my God, Nikisha, I've been out of order. Let me see that. Let me see who's been out of order, because we're going to put you back in order, okay? After today's class, you're going to be back in order. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now that we know we've been out of order, what are some simple things that we can do to start making ourselves the priority? How do we do that? Because that's a big step. Because Nikisha, I'm used to jumping out of bed when the alarm clock goes off. I'm used to just eating something real fast, or maybe I don't eat anything at all, and I just get my day started. I start on social media, or hey, more raise their hand. Or I just start doing. So break this down to me. Hey, Latanya Laws, break this down to me. How do I start to make myself the priority first? Okay. Number one, this is what you're going to do. And I'm going to give you, because sometimes I'll have a lot of steps, but I think I have 9 things that you can do to start paying attention to make sure you're making yourself a priority. Number one, you're going to learn to create a daily ritual that makes you feel good. Okay, a daily ritual that makes you feel good. So let me give you an example of what a daily ritual is. A daily ritual, hey Latanya, thank you for joining us. Mwah! Happy Valentine's, and happy Valentine's to everybody. Thank you for spending a portion of your Valentine's with me. I feel love. I feel love. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of a daily ritual. A daily ritual is something that, or a list of things that you do, you like almost have to do. It's like food to your soul. You have to do it. And if you don't do it, you're going to feel crazy. Like some people's daily ritual, if they don't get their tall Starbucks coffee, caramel macchiato, or whatever, they feel like they're going to be crazy and they can't be focused and work efficiently. So that's a ritual that they have to have their Starbucks tall caramel macchiato, okay? Or latte or whatever. So a daily ritual are these daily action steps that you do that put you in a feel-good mode. It helps you face what you're going to go through that day and have the energy for it. So let me just say this. No, we'll do that second. Number one, create your daily ritual. So let me just give you an example of what my daily ritual is. Unless I have, some type of networking meeting or, a conference or something like that, my daily ritual is I wake up, and my godparents and everybody laughs at me. My husband laughs at me. It's like, she is crazy. My daily ritual is I wake up when my body wakes up. When my body wakes up and I feel like, okay, I can deal with the world, that's when I get up. And that's part of my ritual. I wake up when my body naturally wakes up. I don't wake up to alarm clocks. I can't do that. My body don't function like that. I would be mean and hateful. I wake up when my body wakes up, okay? That's one of my daily rituals. My second daily ritual is I have to meditate and chant in the morning. I have to. I go from that to doing my morning meditation and chanting. Then the third thing I do is I'll eat a little something or juice or whatever And the fourth thing I do is I go and work out if it's my workout day. If it's not my workout day, I have to watch Criminal Minds. I am a binge watcher of Criminal Minds. But I tell you, after I've chanted and meditated, after I've spent that time with me, after I've journaled and all, because all that is a part of my morning ritual, waking up when I want to wake up, doing my spiritual work and my me time work. And then I ask myself, what do you need today? What do you need today? I ask myself the question, what do you need? What is it that you need? And so I write it down, what I'm looking for, what I need, okay? So and then after I come back from working out, if workout was that day, then I take my shower, all of that stuff, get cute, and I start my day for work. I look at my calendar and I get working, start working with clients, whatever. Do whatever I need to do. If I have to go out the house or whatever, the office, whatever I need to do, that's what I do. But that's my ritual, my feel-good ritual. I have to do it in that order, because if I miss something in my ritual, it knocks me off my game, okay? So number one, create your daily ritual that makes you feel good, okay? That makes you feel good. Whatever that is, it may not be all in the morning. You might have to do some of it in the morning and some of it in the evening, but create your daily ritual. Number two, manage your energy versus your time. We're always talking about time management, time management, time management. The reason people have poor time management, especially women sometimes, is because they're trying to do too much and they don't have the energy to sustain it all. So if you manage your energy versus your time, you will only put the things on your to-do list that you know you could actually get done, okay? So when you're writing, I gotta get 30 things done, and then you get mad at yourself because you only got 5 of those things done, it's because you're trying to fill in everything on the time slot and get everything done like you're going to get a Grammy Award for finishing 30 things. And then at the end of the day, you're tired, you're worn out, you're losing your physical health, you're losing your mind, you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're sad, you're depressed, you're calling me. It's too much. Excuse me. Give me a second. You have to manage your energy. You have to manage your energy. So what do you have the energy for? Now, here's the thing. When you have energy, it seems like you can get so much done because you have the energy for it. And you only have the energy when you have taken the time to make yourself a priority. Okay? So energy comes from making yourself a priority and filling yourself up, so that you can do the things that are most needful, and you have the energy to accomplish it. And you have the mindset, the intuition to know you can accomplish 30 things in one day. It sounds good. It'll probably sound good to the other person, but you're not being realistic about your energy, okay? So manage your energy versus your time. The things that take the most energy, do that first. The things that take the most energy, do those things first, okay? Number 3, trust your intuition, not your fear of someone else's reaction. I'm going to say that again. How do you make yourself a priority? Trust your intuition, not the fear of someone else's reaction. That means tell the truth, be in integrity, okay? So here's the deal. Your boss needs you to accomplish something by 12 o'clock the next morning. Your intuition is telling you, girl, you're not going to get no sleep. You're going to be raggedy. Your tongue is going to be falling out. Are you going to say, well, this is my job and they're going to fire me if I don't get it done and I don't lose my sleep and I don't stay up all night to work on this report? Are you going to be that person? Or are you going to sacrifice yourself knowing that that's going to put you in detriment just for them to say, okay, good, you're a good worker and pat you on the back? You got to determine, because what happens is every time you sacrifice yourself for the fear of something else, you already lose. You've already taught them that you are not a priority. You've already taught them that you have no worth. You've already taught them that your value is very low. So you have to be in integrity and in alignment, because if you're not in alignment, you're out of order. And even if you finish whatever they asked you to finish, there'll probably be mistakes in it, or probably something will go wrong anyway, or you don't even get the gratitude that you feel like you should get from it. You still don't get anything from it. You'll still end up beating yourself up. So you want to stay in alignment and integrity, okay? So trust your intuition, not the fear of someone's reaction. And that's what you ladies also with dating. A lot of times you will follow these guys and let these guys dictate and do whatever they want to do, because you fear that you're getting older, and if you don't comply, he'll leave and then you won't get anybody else. The devil is a liar. There are plenty of fish in the sea, but when you're not a priority, no one else is going to treat you as a priority. And when you're not a priority, you have a scarcity mentality, because you're dealing with scarcity within yourself. Okay? Number 4, gauge where you are each day. This is how you gauge. Get a piece of paper. And when you gauge, this is what you're gauging, okay? You're gauging, are you sad? Are you angry? Are you bored? Or some people say, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay. Okay is the same as bored. I'm okay. I'm even keel, right? That's bored. You ain't doing good. You ain't doing bad. You're just in the middle. Okay. So sad, angry, bored, or okay, happy, or bliss. Gauge where you are. Anything below happy, which means if you're just okay, or you're bored, you're angry, or you're sad, you have got to clear your schedule, call off, or do whatever you need, get up earlier, whatever you need to do, and fill your soul tank, your love tank, your self-love tank, so that you are happy or in bliss. Because anything down but below that will cause you to operate in a lower level mentality. And when you're in a lower level mentality, your value is low, your respect level is low, your frustration is high, you're going to be short-tempered, you're going to be agitated, and then you're going to attract to you more people like you who are agitated, short-tempered, getting on your nerves, gossiping, whatever, okay? So you start to attract those lower level things, situation, and people. So you in crisis. So you want to gauge yourself where you are, and you got to begin to know what you need, your own prescription for life, so that you can get to happiness and bliss. And the women I work with, the reason they find love so fast is because I teach them that if they're not in bliss, they don't get to choose the type of relationship they want. They end up getting what's given to them, or whatever their soul is used to handling. But the reason they find love so quick is because we learn how to make ourselves a priority. In the G-spot, the Ready Woman G-spot, that's the main thing, is making us the priority. Because when we become the priority, we become like magicians. Everything is done with ease and grace. Promotions happen. I cannot tell you how many women have started businesses and their businesses are flourishing. How many women have gotten promotions on their jobs? How many women lost jobs, found better jobs, that they're in leadership and doing well? That's because the main key element in the Ready Woman G-spot is making you the priority and know what makes you be in your level of bliss. Because if you're not in bliss, it is challenging to get the things you want and to manifest it at a rate that makes your soul feel shalom, gives you peace, okay? So you want to gauge yourself every day to find out if you're sad, angry, bored, happy, or in bliss. If you are under happy, which means sad, angry, or okay, you got work to do, okay? Number 5, don't say yes unless you really want to. That's how you make yourself a priority. Don't say yes unless you really want to. You got to be able to weigh out the pros and cons of your yes, okay? Because your yes can knock you out of alignment, can knock you out of your bliss and happiness and send you to okay and angry and sad. So look at why you're saying yes. And if it feels good and you really want to say yes, say yes. If it's not a automatic yes, and I learned that from Oprah, if it's not a yes, then it's a no, okay? It's a do not proceed, all right? Number 6, have your daily me time. You got to figure out what your me time is going to look like. Like I said, in the Ready Woman G-Spot, I teach them what a me time looks like. We make sure that you're doing, and I evaluate the me time, and I can tell who's doing me time because it shows in your countenance. I can tell you, I don't know if Tanisha's still here, but she's in the G-Spot. When I first met Tanisha, she was quiet, reserved, frightened, nervous, didn't have a lot of confidence. Her look wasn't the best, but now, honey girl is out of her shell. The men are chasing her down. I got to tell her, stop, you ain't ready to date yet. You ain't got to that part in the G-Spot where you're dating. But the men are chasing her down. Her whole look, she's glowing. Her skin is smooth. She looks 10 years younger. So I'm telling you, having your daily me time, it matters. And people can't believe, every time people ask me how old I am, they can't believe I have a 30-year-old daughter. Yes, I have a 30-year-old daughter that I pushed out, okay? And people can't believe it. It's like, oh my God, you look that age. I know. It's because homegirl over here practices what she preaches, okay? I'm not one of those coaches or whatever that tell you do this, this, and that, and she's doing something different. No, because I know I have to lead by example, okay? So you got to have your daily me time. Number 7, at the end of the day, I want you to make a list. Get used to making a list. And on that list, you're going to say what you did for others and what you did for yourself. And at the end of the day, when you make that list, you better believe what you did for yourself better outweigh what you did for others, or at least be comparable. Because if what you did for yourself is here and what you did for others is up here, you're going to have problems. You're probably having problems already, but you're going to be very challenged. So you got to get used to assessing your day and seeing what did you do for yourself and what did you do for others. So I'm saving you thousands of dollars, then coming to me. I'm telling you the secret right now. If you're doing more for others than you're doing for yourself, you're gonna have problems. You're having problems all the way around, probably every area that I talked about in the beginning. Number 8, compare how you feel when you do more for yourself than you do for others. So you're going to start putting what I'm saying to the test. Compare how you feel. So if you had a day or a week where you did more for yourself than you did for others, look at how you feel at the end of the week, or look at the miracles that you brought into your life. Look at what you were able to accomplish. And then look at the days and the weeks where you fell back, where you started doing more for others, or getting out of alignment and saying yes when you should have said no, or not having your daily ritual and things like that. Look at how you feel, and you be your own judge. Look at how you look, and you be your own judge to see if what I'm saying about putting yourself as a priority is real, okay? Number 9, compare how others treat you when you start making yourself the priority. versus when you haven't made yourself a priority. Look at the way others treat you. Look at the way your clients treat you, your employees treat you, your children, your significant other, your boss. Look at the way your people at your church, wherever. Look at the way they treat you when you have been making yourself a priority. And then look at the way they treated you when you weren't making yourself a priority, okay? And this is what I'm going to leave you with. Understand that your personal power is a result of how much of a priority you've made yourself first, okay? Your personal power, which means your wisdom, your courage, your love, your prosperity, everything that you need to make your life work and benefit you, that personal power is always going to be dependent upon how well you are loving yourself. So I want you to repeat after me as I bring this to a close. Little self-love equals little power. I'll say that again. Little self-love equals little power. A lot of self-love equals a lot of power. I'll say that again. A lot of self-love equals a lot of power. No self-love equals no power. No self-love equals no power. So you decide right here and right now if making yourself a priority first, getting in the habit of making yourself a priority is worth you having no power, a little power, or a lot of power. I'm Nikisha Michelle, the Love Doyen, matchmaker, global relationship expert, dating coach, life coach, whatever you want to say, professional speaker, and owner of Ultimate Match Agency. And I'm offering you that are here with me doing this seminar. We'll be back next week. I'll post, but it is on the flyer when we'll be back next week to continue. We're going to talk about sensuality, waking up our sensuality. Yes, so that's next week. So we're going to be back. This is a 4-day series. So this was day 2. If you missed day 1, there is a replay. Just look for it on my page or on my business page, Finding Your Ultimate Match. There's a replay. But I am so happy that you took your Valentine's to be with me. And make sure you make your appointment for your complimentary 30-minute consultation for life, dating, relationship. If you need a relationship reset, you have dating challenges or issues, you have a dating dry spell, or you have some life issues you would like to break through, I'm your girl. So in the link, Nikisha-Michelle.com is how you make your appointment for the month of February. I'm doing free consultations, 30-minute consultations. And listen, until we meet or speak, hug yourself for me, and I'll see you real soon. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Happy Valentine's Day.